So you have a table in an Excel worksheet or an Excel workbook, and you want to load it to your SQL Server to analyze or to query that information. This video is absolutely for you, and we're going to make it for absolute beginners. Okay, so let's do this the way it should be done, simple and precise. The first thing we want to do is go to our import and export wizard. I want to go to our import and export wizard, which you would find in your Microsoft SQL Server. Right, so if I go next, in this window I have to select the source of my data. So remember the last video I did for Excel CSV formats, right? This time around we are doing for an Excel workbook or worksheet. So you would select Microsoft Excel and then select the file that you want. In this case I want to do this, right? And you can select the Excel version. The highest version there is usually 2016. My first row has my column names, should be checked if that's what it is, otherwise shouldn't. Okay, so what we mean by that is, does the first row contain information about the variables? Does it contain the variable names like your row headers? All right, now this is my destination window, which is where do I want to load this file to, right? This table, where do I want to load it to? And I want to load it to my SQL Server, so I'm selecting Microsoft OLEDB driver for SQL Server. Next, I have to give the properties of my SQL Server. So first thing I have to do is my server name. Okay, so let's say this is Windows Authentication. Now, my server name may not be available here. So how I'll get my server name? One way I can get my server name is by going to my studio, right? So in my management studio, you can see my server name here. Okay, you can just simply maybe select on connect to, you want to connect again to copy it, right? Copy it. Otherwise, if you're just opening up your studio, you would have this connect to server window coming. Okay, so I want to copy that and then I paste it here. Windows Authentication. So I'm selecting the database that I want to load my table to, and I want to load it to database 2. Right, so select whatever database you want to load your table to, and then select OK, and then next. It's very simple format. I want to copy data from one or more tables of views. Select next. So it's going to show you all the available worksheets in that particular workbook. Okay, so currently in this workbook I opened, this Excel workbook I opened, it has only one sheet or one page, which is this one. Now if I want to rename the file, I can double click on it and then put whatever name I want to, but I don't want that $sign, right? So I just want it as this. Okay, and then probably you also want to check out the mapping of the variable of your variables. All right, so you can see the mapping of the different variables that are here. This is float. Now I know this data, yeah, so this should not be, it's supposed to be a code, but probably because of the nulls or the amount of nulls it has seen in it, it's attempting to convert it to an N voucher. Okay, so these are some of the reasons why sometimes some persons may prefer CSV, where they can easily, manipulate some of these things, than this. Of course, you can still do that here. I think I've done something wrong. Let me cancel. Of course, you can still do that here, but I'm not seeing my data as much as I had seen it in this. Okay, so if I come to preview, you can see the code here, and okay, it looks good. It looks good. I thought it had that issue. So you can see the amount of the issue I'm talking about is from my last video, right, where because of quotes on certain variables it overlaps. Okay, so you can see the amount of blanks that this particular variables had, okay, which was what I was trying to explain. Okay, so let's just go on. If you're okay with the schema, if you are not okay with the schema, which is the data types and the structure, do you want to allow nulls or not, you can change them to what you want. So let's say I want to change this to big int, which is maybe too big, but let's just go on with big int here, and then I select OK. Go to next. So it's telling me that, oh, we may have a problem converting your variables to big int. So let's just go on and see what comes up. Okay, let's just go on and see what comes up. So I mentioned that this may happen when you're trying to convert in my last video. So let's see what actually happens when we have that. So I want to finish, and then it tries to load. So you can see that it worked perfectly, right? Even though it gave the warning symbol, because the data type could still pass as a big int. Otherwise it would have given us, an error on this platform. Okay, so that's how you load your data from a worksheet, your table from your worksheet to your database. So if I close this, and okay, I had it in database 2, and if I open my database 2, open my tables, and then you could see that I have that data loaded here. Okay, so what we're going to do in the next video is, what if I already have this data already loaded on my database, and I now have new information or new data that I want to add to this particular table? How do I go about it? All right, so on my next video I'm going to do a tutorial on how you can append a table to another existing table. See you guys.